So for second down, we're gonna talk about the things that we learned from that game, right? Every game, you wanna take things, you wanna have a little bit of concrete information. And so this is what we're gonna try to do today. So on offense, we're gonna talk about some of the takeaways I had. The first one, of course, Isaiah Likely is ready, needs to get him more reps. We gotta get him more involved in the offense. There cannot be games where he has one target. I don't care. Figure it out. Even if you have to line him up in the slot as a slot receiver, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? We have to get him more involved, especially since our offensive receivers aren't really doing a lot, even though they did. Once Bateman went down, we did see Robinson come alive. We did see Duvernay come alive. We gotta, but we gotta get Likely in there. So even if we have to spell him and Mark Andrews, we're gonna do what we gotta do because he is really great and he's ready to play. He just needs more time to shine. Number two, offensive line is getting better. As the game went on, we actually started seeing them push and seeing them able to actually get a lot of momentum, which was awesome. So again, they're getting better. The pass game, guys, still isn't creative enough. And I'm gonna talk about the pass game and then these other two together because I think they do have something to do with each other. So the pass game, guys, is just not creative enough. On 3rd and 7, everyone can't run a curl. And that's what was happening, guys. If you watch the film, everyone was running a curl. And maybe I'll go look at the film with you guys, but that can't happen, guys. We have to have some type of dynamic plays, right? You can have two receivers run a curl, but the other receivers got to do something different because what happens is the safeties just sit on curls and then we get stopped, right? So we got to have something more dynamic than that. Along with that one, Bateman something has to give. I'm hard on Bateman because I need to be hard on Bateman because he either doesn't play because of injuries, which is not great, or he drops balls, right? And we can't have that. And right now, guys, if you're honest with yourselves, if you were really 100% honest, Hollywood Brown was a better receiver than Bateman was. Even in Hollywood Brown's first year, let's just consider this Bateman's first year, Hollywood Brown was more effective than Bateman was. And we got worse when we traded him away. And we have to acknowledge that because Bateman is not even filling his role, stepping up and providing that value. And then the last takeaway is, again, all of these have to kind of do with the same thing, was Duvernay. Duvernay is dynamic, guys, and I'm happy that we actually used him a little bit more with the sweeps and different things this game. We got to keep on doing that. Every game, he should have at least one sweep. Every game, we should run a sweep option to let Lamar keep it if we need to. Every game, Duvernay should get a screen. So those are at least 2 or 3 touches. I even say line him up in the backfield once a game. Show that he can do all that. Make the defense have to process multiple things, right? Don't just say, oh, we do this, we're stronger, we're better. The 49ers make you do multiple things, process multiple things. Even the Chiefs, right, process multiple things. They pass the ball a lot, but sometimes they have Kelsey, running run plays. Sometimes they have receivers coming on, everything. You got to make the defense process as much as they can before they make it the play. So those are my takeaways for offense. On defense, these are the takeaways we have here. Offenses are still attacking. Peters, he's still getting back from his injury. They still attacked him, but again, he's great in zone, right? I'm not going to take that away. He missed an interception, but he was great in zone, right? It's just that when it's one-on-one man coverage, they know it and they're going after him. So he's going to keep on getting better. I did like that we did throw some help his way, and I think that's going to be super effective because Marlon Humphrey, we're going to have to let him go one-on-one because he can do it. He has the skill to do it. On the D-line, Miss Calais Campbell, I just thought that they just were not able to stop the run in the first half as well as other teams have stopped the Buccaneers. So I was a little disappointed in that. I thought that we were going to step up there. The second half, we played much better. But when you have a lead in the second half, they can't really run it. And we were able to get that lead and kind of take away their run game. So that was good. One more linebacker injury. Guys, we are so thin at linebacker. It's getting crazy. That could have also played a part in the run defense we weren't able to stop early. We can't have another injury, guys. That will be scary for us because there's just not that many good linebackers on the street to get. And then the last two, Justin Houston. The strategy that we're using with Justin is a perfect strategy. Justin is being, only coming in on pass rush downs, which let him do him. That's the best thing he can do. Don't let him get tired out throughout the game. He has energy, and then when you're on the goal line, you need to play. Let him come in the game like he did, and he was really, even though Chuck Clark made that tackle on the 2-point conversion, as the announcer showed you, it was really Justin Houston that made that play because he literally took two people and pushed them inside, which allowed Chuck Clark to make the tackle untouched, one-on-one, right? So shout out to Justin Houston. Use him sparingly. And then the last one, I think they kind of figured this out too. And shout out to Mike McDonald because he's figuring it out, right? It took him some time, but he's kind of getting it now. Let Marlon Humphrey whoever the defense needs to be stopped, let Marlon Humphrey go stop him. And if we lose that way, that's fine. If Marlon Humphrey gets killed, that's fine. But even though Marlon Humphrey lit up a big play, he was right there. He was there the entire way, the entire second. But Mike Evans is Mike Evans, right? Good on good is what you want to do, really, in this league, and hopefully your good wins. And I thought that Marlon Humphrey had a great game. It's just he lit up a couple of big plays, had a dropped interception as well. So, but I think that's what we got to do. Don't just let receivers line up their best receiver on Marcus Peters and think it's going to be okay. Let Marlon travel and take away whatever they're doing well. And we did that a couple of times, right? When they were doing the screens to Godwin, we put Marlon on there, and Marlon shut that down. He was there. When Mike Evans started to get loose, we put Marlon there, and he did an okay job handling that as well. So shout out to that. And Marlon, just let him travel. I think that would be the best way to go. All right. Now